Welcome to another episode of Apex Legends Deep Dive, and today's legend will be Ashe.
Do not cross me, or my blade will cross you.
Before we begin, I would just like to say, if you are here watching this video, I really appreciate you stopping by and taking the time in your day to check it out. If you would like, hit that subscribe button to keep up to date with all my content, and leave a like on the video as well if you're enjoying these Apex Legends Deep Dive episodes, whether you're new to the game or even just a returning player. All right, so let's get to a quick little intro. Ashe's passive is called Mark for Death. It allows you to see the enemy's location who have died. So basically, when a team dies, you should be able to see their ping on the map. And also, you have a data knife that she pulls out, and when you get to any death box, you are able to see where the location of the attackers are. So if you get to a random death box, let's say you're rotating around the map, you get to the death box, you pull out the data knife, put it on the death box, and it will ping the location of the person who killed that person on the death box. That's her passive. Her tactical is an arc tether. It's basically a spinning snare that damages and tethers the first enemy who gets close to it for a short period of time. If the arc tether hits a surface like the ground or the door, it stays up for a few seconds as well as a trap, so anyone that walks by easily gets trapped in it. Her ultimate ability is called Phase Breach. This allows you to open up a one-way portal to a targeted location for you and your teammates to go through. So basically, you know, let's say you're trying to escape, boom, throw out the portal, boom, you can get to another spot. It is a straight, like, it's not like Wraith. You know how Wraith can move around, make a different type of path. This is just a straight shot. All right, so that was just a quick little intro, a little refresher maybe for returning players. So yeah, before we continue, I just want to say on February 16th, today is February 19th, Respawn did do a hot fix on Ashe and how her tactical works. As you can see on the screen now, as shown from their Twitter page, they did adjust the time that she has on her snare now. So I did do testing before this, so I obviously had a different idea of what the combinations would be, but just keep this in mind that I have changed my mind on how the combinations will work now. So just an FYI. All right, so let's look at level 2 upgrades for Ashe. Option 1 is called Murder Machine. Call out number of squads within 150 meters after a squad wipe. So to me, this perk basically works as a crypto drone that alerts the number of squads that are near you, but this only activates when you wipe a team. So in my opinion, I can only see this being used as a quote-unquote third-party alarm system, and that basically means that when you wipe a team, you'll be alerted that, hey, there might be a team coming right now to third-party you, because like, so let's hurry up and loot up and get ready. But that's the only reason I see this like being useful for. Just basically like, okay, you wipe a team, boom, let's say it tells you, okay, there are 4 squads around us. You should basically be ready to just get either third partied, or you can go push, depending. If no one third parties you, then you'll be like, all right, let's go push the next team, right? So that's the only reason I can see this being used for. Option 2, it's called 1 minute to live. Using passive tracks enemy positions on the map for 60 seconds. This perk keeps the enemy position active for 60 seconds when you mark with your mark of death passive, sorry. So for 1 extra minute, you get basically a mini UAV when you use your passive instead of just doing the quick reveal. All right, so let's take a look at level 3 upgrades. So we got option 1, a greedy snare. Now this is basically your arc snare tactical. The duration is tripled and can catch multiple enemies now. So this perk allows you to basically just trap more people, and the duration of the trap is longer now. So before they did the patch, this was 24 seconds. So if you throw your snare would stay up for 24 seconds. Now that, to me, that sounded like a lot, and it was crazy. I didn't see it being used as much. I don't know if it's because, you know, maybe like the snare, it wasn't really, it's just only one, and I think the cooldown was 25 seconds. I think they did change this now. It is now 15 seconds. So if you throw your snare now using this perk, it won't be 24 seconds anymore. It'll be 15 seconds. So in my opinion, I think that's a pretty light nerf that they did to Ashe. I think the 24 seconds was a little bit better, but they also brought down the cooldown for the snares to 20 seconds from 25. So yeah, it was 25 seconds. I think this was a good perk, and maybe like I said, it was a little strong, but I think the adjustment may have hurt it a little bit. As for option 2, we got twin snares. Basically gain an extra arc snare charge. This allows you to have an extra tactical. 2 snares within 20 seconds cooldown of each. So you throw one, throw your other one, you got 20 seconds before you get one, and then another 20. So total 40 seconds to get 2 full tacticals. My opinion, I think this is probably the only liable perk that Ashe has now, basically giving you 2 traps to use in a tight situation. All right, so the final verdict, I think in my opinion, I think this is only one of the 4 perks that Ashe has that are viable now, unfortunately. Now, if you are playing with Ashe and this is your main character, I will have to be honest, I think you will be at a slight disadvantage with only one perk being used, and you do not get that perk until level 3. But ultimately, I would go with the 2 perks. I would choose 1 Minute to Live and Twin Snare. And the only reason I say this is probably the best one that can basically help your team, maybe help yourself as well, because the mini tracker using your passive, it is pretty good. I mean, if you run into a death box, you know, let's say you're rotating, you see a couple of death boxes, you can easily see where the next team is, you know, and it might help you rotate, you know, so you might be like, okay, well, this team is right in front of us, either we push them or we go the other way and try to rotate around, you know, just keep playing the edge. And as for the second perk, I mean, having 2 snares with 20-second cooldowns is not as bad as you think. I just think it's optimal to have because, you know, like I said, it will help you in the middle of a gunfight. You could throw it, let's say you have an extra one, you just used one and then maybe someone pushes you, boom, you have another one. Of course, if you time it correctly, it will be helpful. So that's my final verdict on that. I think those are probably the best 2 perks to use for Ashe. Well, there it is, everyone. That's all your intel on Ashe's new upgrades and how each one can benefit you or not benefit you while you play Apex Legends. I appreciate everyone that stopped by to check out the video. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe to check all uploads, shorts, and streams. I will be continuing to the next legend, Ballistic. So enjoy the rest of your day, and remember, never stop gaming. Maru out. Peace out.